Good morning, everyone. Hello,
Hi,
Aleš. How are you?
fine.
You're doing
It's
fine.
no longer hot like during the summer.
Oh, it's a little cooler now, finally.
Yeah,
It's more fall. Yes. Yeah.
that's more
The
my weather.
more your weather. Yeah. I love the fall weather. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know if it's why I became a teacher because I just love going back to school and all that, the feeling but that's nice. Yeah, I do. And it's nice and crisp. It was like 10 degrees Celsius for my morning walk with Finnegan this morning. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I'm
That's
sporting my
cold.
Oktoberfest T-shirt because it's now October, the month of October. So those of you who are
Hmm.
app developers or programmers and you want to join us, it's not too late. You can still sign up. Um, I'm planning on doing some work with Tree apps and working on a new app for a new challenge. Um, and Aleš, do you have any special plans for Hacktoberfest?
No, not
No.
really. The only thing I was going to do was review all the applications that they are using API correctly, so they are correctly identified to, so we
Yeah.
can see from log files who is doing what.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Mm, because
I
at the moment only two-thirds of requests are properly they
mm,
have the app ID
mhm.
um, added, so a lot of unknowns.
Okay. Well, I'll have to go through mine to make sure. I think I've identified most of mine, but
Mhm,
when I'm testing new ones, then I may not remember to put that in. So that's
mhm.
good. Yeah. So happy Hacktoberfest, everyone. And if you're watching and you're not a programmer, but you're a tester and you'd like to test some things out, then contact us as well, because we do need people to test things. And it's actually helpful having people who test things who are not programmers and don't think like programmers, because you guys do wildly different things that I was like, why would you buttons right
We
there? Click
don't know
that.
why,
Don't click
but
that thing. Don't look at that over there. It's gonna mess things up. Why would you do that? So uh,
another thing is I just in the last release there was a button to show if you have suggestions on profiles.
right.
But that's done using the HTML page directly, and then collect data collected from it. So I will probably prepare a JSON call to get just pure data,
Oh, nice.
so it will be easier to less processing to do for my
Oh,
server and for the client.
right. Oh, that'd be nice. I might be able to use
Mhm.
that in my mystery challenge. Okay. We'll have to investigate that. Yeah. And Azure is reminding us that so along with Hacktoberfest, we actually have weekly live cast scheduled on Thursdays at 1. So the first one will take place tomorrow with myself and Jamie Nelson.
1
Yeah.
p.m. That's
1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. So that's 4 hours from now.
from now.
From now.
Mhm. So it's 9, 10. Okay, in the evening.
so, so that's not too late. No, you're a late owl, so that's that's not too bad.
Mhm.
Okay, so great.
What is it? Just you and Jamie, or
No.
for
Anyone can join.
anyone?
It's
Aha.
just Jamie's the only one
Okay.
who. Well, she doesn't she doesn't have to be there, but we really kind
Mhm.
of want her to be there because she's the one who officially helps with the tree hops. So, but yeah, please join us too, Aleš.
Mhm.
Um, and any other developers are welcome to join too. But by and large, most programmers are a shy lot. So some say they will never come on camera. So, oh well, I'll try to get someone. Well, we don't have so often when we start our Ask Aleš, we go to the month before because some people ask questions after we've done our broadcast, but we don't have any additional ones added to the September G2G post. And we have 3 currently in our September or October G2G posts. So I'm going to pull those up now and then So I'll share my screen with the questions, and then Aleš will take over and share the screen with the answers. But anyone who's here live, and welcome to all of you, thank you for joining us. Please put your questions in the chat, and we will answer those, because I think we'll have time for some personal one-on-one questions, so that'd be cool. Let me just make that a little bit bigger. So we've got a variety of questions here. So the first one from Azure. Can you, am I on the right one here? No, that's September. Let me go back to, there we are. So Michelle Vornhout asks, I'm wondering why the number of profiles for a country are different depending on the place you look. Okay, so he says, so for the Netherlands, looking at this category on source profile shows a lower number than if you use the AP call with the query equals country equals Netherlands. So that's a good question, and I don't know the answer. But...
Neither do I.
Exactly,
okay.
But uh-oh.
Okay, so so this is in unsourced. I guess he meant this number.
Yes, I think so. Can you can you zoom in a bit more?
You can also switch the display to like this.
Right. So it takes a little bit more.
Yeah. It will be.
There we go. That helps.
Bigger. So I'm guessing he's asking about this number. So that was prepared yesterday. And the total for country Netherlands is like this. So we need at least 1 million, over 1 million profiles. So 976,366.
That's in the same ballpark, at least, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 30,000 difference, approximately. Okay, is it 33,700?
Oh.
7644. Yep, it seems like. I think the ones in the category are that are already in the Netherlands unsourced profiles are excluded from this number.
Oh.
Because they are already in the first line of the report, and the rest, the other 3 lines are done based on this number. So I don't repeat the same profiles over and over again. That's the reason why this one is slightly different depending on where you look at the number. So I think if you go to this, we were on unsourced profiles. Now if we go to unconnected ones, I have to go to Europe. So here is a different number, for instance, because here there is no category to subtract. So it's the same. So this number, in some, I mean, it depends where I'm writing it, but here in the case of unsourced profiles, I exclude the profiles in this category.
Okay. Because they're already categorized as such.
Yeah, I mean, they were already in this section of the report, so there's no point in repeating them.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Okay. While we were talking about that, Lisa has a question. What is an API? Because we were just throwing that around. API stands for Application Programming Interface, which sounds like a really fancy title, but basically it's just a way for, it's a way for one program to talk to another, or a way for a database to interact with a program. So when I'm writing my fan chart app, for example, I need to retrieve the data from the WikiTree database. And so there's an API, a call that has
and
parameters.
it looks like the result is something like this usually.
Yeah, it's all gobbledygook, but the programmer knows what that means and knows what those numbers are, or
no, actually it's designed for computers for easy reading. So
yeah.
you just need to write one line of code to get any data from this page. Actually, it is fully formatted, so you get kind of that you get all sorts of information in such form, and it's easy for computers to understand that. You just ask computer, give me the value for request query, and you will get this text as a result. So, for instance, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So the API has different ways of asking questions to get the data from the database, and sometimes we want specific data that there isn't a question, or that's not built in. So then Aleš adds additional features to the API so that we can get specific data, like the suggestions, for example.
These are search results. These are search results. This was initially used with biocheck, so you could query any data. You just needed the IDs of the profiles to check, and this is a fast way to get them.
It's a great way, yeah. Without an API, without the API working the way it is, most of our tree apps would be pretty dull. They wouldn't work.
Or much more complicated.
Or much more complicated. Yeah, that's true. There we go. So hopefully that helps. Yes, and as Lisa says, oh, something I don't need to remember. You're right. You don't need to.
Correct.
Unless you're going to become a programmer with us, then it's not critical that you remember that. So moving on to the next question. Jeff has a question here. He says, just wanted to pop and say hi. I'm still around. Sorry, I can't make it. Life has been hectic. And now he has staff meetings at the same time as Ask Aleš. But he didn't need to ask questions. So what's the correct way to pronounce your hometown?
Okay.
None of his friends can figure out a way to do it. And so they all wing it and they say it differently.
So it's very easy to roll out LJ. In Ljubljana. So officially you would say Ljubljana with twice with LJ, but we say it Ljubljana. We just skip the J when you're talking street language.
So technically it's sort of like an LY sound. Like
Ljubljana. Yes.
But from day to day, you just leave out the Y. It's just Ljubljana. Ljubljana.
Yeah, it's twice. It's LJ.
Yeah.
Ljubljana.
Okay.
And anything in between is okay.
And anything in between. Yeah. Okay. Great. There you go, Jeff. So you just practice that. Take that segment, just take that audio clip and just play it over and over again to practice that. So there we go. And the last official question for today from the GDG post, I'll refresh in case someone's added something, is from Michael Black. He says, I'm essentially a noob with WikiTree Plus, but I'm excited by its potential to help me target some of my work. Some questions I have are, is there a way to find all orphan profiles of ancestors? he asked a number of different things. Is there a way to find all profiles of ancestors or manage profiles that have a particular string of text? Is there a way to find all profiles of ancestors with fewer than 3 inline sources? Is there a way to find all ancestors with GEDCOM CRUD in their biographies? Is there a way to find profiles that I manage that are not connected to the global tree? So some of those, I think, the K's app can handle. But most of K's apps actually relies on WikiTree Plus queries anyway. So my guess is that WikiTree Plus can also handle it.
Okay, so let's go one by one.
Yeah, let's do one by one.
Okay, so first, to get ancestors of any profile, you can write ancestors equals and the WikiTree ID. So here we see there are more than 500 ancestors, so we can increase the number. So 17,000, 18,000, almost 18,000 ancestors.
Wow.
Are on WikiTree from
Michael.
From Michael.
Wow, that's a lot of ancestors.
Yeah. So here the queries for this will be very useful.
Yes. Yeah. To narrow that down.
So orphaned profiles. I think orphan. That should be in managers section. Yeah, get orphan. So this is a keyword for orphan profiles. So you just add word orphan next to it, and you will get all your ancestors that are orphans. So we have 6,000 almost.
Okay, that's looking better.
As you can see here.
Managed by an orphan. Yeah.
By no one.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So all profiles and okay. So he here asks also about managed profiles. So if he wants to know how many of the profiles he manages, he can also add manager equals. I think it's like this. And so he's managing only 280 ancestors out of 13,000. So he's the manager on them. But the question was actually that have a particular string or text. So if he meant in the biography, the answer is no. You cannot. Biography is not searchable. All the data fields are. So, for instance, here when you go to edit, so all these fields are searchable, also including location, dates, and so on. While for the biography, they are not. Some things are, like for instance, categories, then link domains for the link. So you could search for all links to this domain, and so a few also for GEDCOM we included a few things in like the GEDCOM name and so on into the search index, but not complete biographies because it's simply too much data.
Okay.
So
okay. Now, the searching for strings of text, that is something that the BioCheck app can do, though, right?
Yes. Yeah, it can.
Yeah, but
I think, but it has to retrieve all the biographies to local computers, so it's slow, but I think it is working there.
Yeah.
I don't know how because I didn't actually use it. Do you?
Yeah, I have used it. I actually have used it to track down.
Maybe you can show it.
Okay, let me. My granddaughter's just arrived, and Finnegan is. That's why I've muted myself because he was going nuts. So I'm just going to take him out to visit her, but maybe you can. And then I'll come back.
I will continue.
Yes, with the fewer than 3 sources. Can we do that?
No. Okay, the next question is if you can find profiles that have less than 3 sources. That's another thing that's not possible because it's just the biography. Although right now I'm thinking in direction of including sources to WikiTree Plus to actually parse the biographies for sources, and if I will be successful with that, then it might be possible.
Okay.
So JetCom, we have a special keyword for JetCom junk. I think that's what he meant. So you just here in the help, we should have somewhere. JetCom junk. This is a keyword to search for all the remains of the JetCom import. But you can also search for the file name that profile was imported from. So, sorry. So you could, if you want to find all profiles that were created from a single JetCom file, you can use this. You can also search for the file from which it was imported. So, but so let's see if any ancestors of his have JetCom junk. They do. So 230 of them. Now, if we have a look at one, we should see this user ID. This is recognized as JetCom junk. So because it really doesn't sorry serve any purpose. I don't think you can find anything with this ID.
All right. Yeah. I'm back. Finnegan has deserted me for my granddaughter.
Okay, so do we have here? No, we don't. So Fiscus family tree jet. So here is an example of JetCom file. And now we can also search for that, but you have to replace all separators, including spaces, with underlines. So you should correct the name into something like this. So we have 3 underlines, and now we should get all profiles that were imported with this from this JetCom.
Oh, look at that.
So if you want to do something with now, if we remove also if you don't limit to ancestors, we will get all profiles from this JetCom. If the file name remained on the profile, if someone was doing cleanup and also removed the this line, then created through, this is the keyword created through the import of, if this line is in the bio, it's found, otherwise it's not.
Okay.
So this is about JetCom.
Then there's a question about
managed profiles. So let's go back. So managed profiles are found using this, and that are not connected to the global tree. So you just write unconnected as a keyword, and that should return all unconnected profiles, as you can see here, in his ancestors. No, in his managed profile, sorry. they can't be ancestors and unconnected.
Yeah, that's right. That would make sense. Yeah.
And here, so once you are at this point, you have also a link to display all profiles that are in this profile group connected to each other. So you can it's easier to identify, to find the connection. So here there are 3 profiles all managed by him. So you just need to connect one of them, and the whole group will get connected.
Nice.
There is a variation of unconnected that is unlinked. That limits the profile to the ones without any relatives. So this one has no relatives at all. So everything empty.
They're very lonely profiles. Oh, and Michael has joined us. Maybe he's been with us all this time, and
Okay, so that completes his questions. Now, if he has any other ones.
That's right. Well, I do have. I sent Kay a quick message, but she may not be up yet, or checking her messages this early in the morning. But I do have biocheck running, and I can try and answer. I can try and see if I can answer those 2 questions that we didn't.
Okay.
So let's just. So one of the questions was, can you search for a specific piece of text? So if you go to the biocheck app, and the easiest way to do that is from your profile under Find Apps, and then there's the biocheck app is right there. And you open that up, and then there's lots of different ways you can use this app, and I have used it, but there's just so many features. I always have to train myself again what to use. I don't use it nearly as much as I should. So we really should have someone, I think Lisa suggested that maybe we should have an Ask Kay. We should have a special edition of Ask Kay session sometime. So that's an excellent idea, Lisa. I like that idea. So, anyways, what I have used it for is I was looking for, I remembered that I have been able to use it to find a profile that I had done way back in the January Connect-a-thon, and I needed to find it again, but I couldn't find it any other way. So, but I remember of something that happened in the profile that I put in the bio, so I was able to use this. But I'll just do a quick search for the word godparent, because often if I've got a baptism, then I'll put the godparents' names. So just leaving the default parameters here and searching for godparent, I'm just going to hit check profiles, and it's gathering my profiles. Without doing anything, the default is going to take my profile and just go up 5 generations of ancestors and go down 2 generations of descendants. So these are just people who are directly in my pedigree. And apparently there's only one where Marie Massicot, who was one of my great-greats, my 3rd great-grandmother, apparently on her profile I said godparents. Now, if I search for the word godfather, then presumably I'd have more. Let's do a search there for godfather. Yes. So the reason why godparent came up is because on this particular one, normally I just put godfather and godmother, but on this particular one I had an actual note and I referred to them as the collective godparents, right? So,
like you knew you will have to find it.
But there's lots of them where I've put godfather, godmother, and that sort of thing. And of course, these are all the French Canadian ones, because the Quebec records always show who were the godparents, whereas the English ones don't always go that detail, or at least not the ones that I found. But you could, any word that's in that BIOS will show up. So if I wanted to search for the word prosper, now prosper is part of a name, so that would also show up as a location. But let's see. What else can I say?
And on biocheck, you can also search for using WikiTree Plus queries. So
yes, you can. So you can get the best of both worlds. That's right. So the default I used was just to check my ancestors and descendants, but you can also check. You can change that to WikiTree Plus. So if we combine the WikiTree Plus search with the biography, then what was the original question? That's back. Let's see. Profiles of ancestors that have a particular string.
I don't know. You can
or manage
write
profiles.
particular, but I don't think you will find any.
Well, if we go manage profiles for Michael, so that was black. What was, so the search would be manager equals black. What was the code?
7004.
7004. Okay. Oh, I have to spell manager right, not manger. Away in a manger. And let's see.
And unconnected maybe. Or
and unconnected.
To reduce the number of profiles.
Unconnected. There we go. And what search term should we look for?
Sources.
Sources, okay. Well, hopefully they all have sources, but maybe,
yeah, maybe some doesn't.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, they have it.
Source. Okay, let's pull one up, and let's find a word. Oh, well, that's
but you can search for US census 1940 and see which one of those have that.
Okay, let's just search for that. There we go. And Elizabeth comes up again. There's census footage.
Well, you can do this. You can do such a search on tens of thousands of profiles, but for 1,000 it works relatively fast.
Yeah.
There's also on WikiTree Plus, for instance. Let me show.
Okay.
On WikiTree Plus, on all search results, you have here direct link to biocheck. So whatever you are looking for, you can just click biocheck and you will get with pre-filled form. So you just enter what you're looking for.
And then don't go to the search for the bio there. Oh, I like that.
So let's see.
Check over there.
So these 8 profiles are from Find the Grave, for instance.
Nice.
But okay, that you can also do on WikiTree Plus. You just
right.
Underline.com. So actually, I say it's 74 of them. Interesting.
Yeah, that is well. And if you look under
check it. I think some are excluded for I don't know which reason.
Okay.
Found 5 profiles. No. Okay, others might no, but if they would use.
Is it just showing the ones with style issues?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. Or it's just giving me the
report all profiles. I guess we have to check this one.
So that's going to take a little bit longer. It's exam. It's working. So one of the things about the biocheck is the header row there with the different column headers. All of those are sortable. So if you clicked on the number of valid sources, which is the second last one, it'll sort by the number of sources. So one of the questions was, can you find ones that have less than 3 sources? And by doing that, there you can see they're just the ones at the top or the bottom, depending on which way you're sourcing. And you can find the most sourced and the least source of your ancestors. 46 sources? That's pretty wild. The one at the bottom, I think.
The search got lost.
Oh, did it? Oh. Still 47.
No, but now it's found on all of them.
Oh, this. Okay.
It seems that you have to check report all profiles, not
Okay, that makes
just
sense.
style details. No, but now I also have all of them. Who knows?
Okay. Well, there we go. Well, I think between the two, I think we've answered Michael's question. Oh. Yeah, Robert, that is an excellent feature. Yeah, I don't use that enough myself. Going straight from the WikiTree Plus search into the biocheck. That's very nice. It is cool, as J. Paul suggests. Okay.
Well, you have two more links on the top of the search results to show all suggestions for the suggestions for the found profiles. So you can just click suggestions in the heading. So there are none on these 47 profiles.
Well, that's good.
Or you can display a map of them.
Yeah, love the map.
So. Some are from Europe, France, Germany, from Austria, England, Italy.
Nice. Okay. Any other questions from people who are live with us in the chat? Let me just look through here, see if there was any that I missed. What about a chat? Oh, someone's asking if you have allergies or a cold. They're worried about you. Not necessarily a WikiTree Plus question, but
just a cold.
Just a cold.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Yoke has a question. Oh, and Lisa did comment that it was Yoke's suggestion about having a K, ask K. And my suggestions are some Wikidata suggestions, possibly father and mother. I added the father and mother, but still see the suggestion. Do I need to add the Q number somewhere?
Well, it depends which possible mother and father. I don't. It's not necessary, but you can. So those are profiles with, for instance, those are profiles without parents. We can check for those suggestions. So possible. Those are 500. Wikidata. So possible father, for instance. There are none in Slovenia, but so here these are quite complicated suggestions, because here we have first two are WikiTree profiles. So we have Abraham and as a child and possible father. So Abraham most likely doesn't have a parent. Yeah, father is empty. But here, and I'm saying that this is most likely the parent, because and that is because we have on WikiTree Plus, we have 3 profiles. Okay, one is Abraham. You have to check the dates to actually see who is who. So the parent is 1668. So this one would be John, the father.
Right.
This one is Abraham is okay. The year is way off, I think. But if it is the correct child, then these 2 profiles are okay. These 2 are the same. It's the Q number are the same. So that's sometimes it happens if there are multiple data for the same thing entered on Wikidata.
Right.
So now if we go to this profile on Wikidata, here the parent is listed. So we should have a father here, John Davenport, and so Abraham is identified as WikiTree profile here at the end. Oh, actually, we have 2 of them. Probably they need to be merged or something. Merged.
Oh, okay.
So this is child. and if you follow the father here, father is also linked to WikiTree profile. So here it should be. Oops, father John Davenport, and it's linked to WikiTree profile 596. So if now you should find validate, check the source if so this was stated in on Genie site, but most likely these 2 profiles are father and child. So that's it's good to double check the if that's true and find some sources to support that, but that might be an easy way to connect 2 profiles.
Right. So there's a question that I think some people are probably wondering is what is this Wikidata, this other where does that come from? Does that come from regular Wikipedia?
Well, Wikidata is comes from Wikipedia. So initially, all the pages that are on Wikipedia are categorized in Wikidata. Later, they added the possibility to also add items that are not on Wikipedia. So now you can have Wikidata items that are not on Wikipedia, but still most of them are. So usually, very often there is a Wikipedia article connected to it. Now, if we check, for instance, on this profile, you can see. Okay, this one doesn't have it.
Okay.
It was.
So Yoke has one that she wants us to check out. Can we check that one out, Vandepol? And I think we might be getting. Kay might join us as a special guest. So, but while we're waiting for Kay to find her headphones, we can check.
So
Van space Pol 15. Dash 5.
Not found. Right. I'm not sure. Okay, indeed. Possible father.
There we go.
Okay, so possible mother. So here is a child, one the pole 50, and mother one Schumann. Now this child is, oh, it has a mother.
Oh, maybe is this one that Yoke has fixed?
Yeah. No, as child.
Added. Okay.
As father. It is possible that it was recently changed, and this one was edited 2 weeks ago, 1 week, 10 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it has a mother, then it's not. And it does have it. Von Schimhofer. Well, it's the one that is suggested, so it is actually connected. But it's possible that it was not when on Sunday.
Right.
Although by the date it should be. It was 24th.
So Yoke, maybe you can let us know whether you fixed it and you just want us to check your work, or
No, wait.
Okay. We have a special guest joining us. Hey, hi there, Kay. How are you?
Okay. Can you hear me all right?
We can hear you fine. We have a special guest joining us. Hey, hi there, Kay. How are you? Oh.
Okay. Can you hear me all right?
We can hear you fine. Okay. You'll have to turn off your volume on your computer because we're hearing, or turn off the YouTube because we're hearing that echo from the YouTube in the background. Oh, and she's gone again. Uh-oh. Okay, so Yoke says that she did add the father and mother and expected the suggestion to be gone. I was wondering if she did something wrong.
No, I think it's okay. It might just take. I mean, it's strange that it should be gone, but usually, I mean, occasionally there are some problems with Wikidata. The data are delayed or something like that. I don't know. I will. If next week the suggestion will still be there, let me know, and I'll have a detailed look into what's the problem.
Great.
Okay. Just email me or on chat or in Discord, anywhere.
Okay. Okay, Yoke, you can follow up with Aleš then if that's still there. And you're back, Kay.
Yes.
And I don't hear an echo.
Well, closing the YouTube window worked.
That worked. Yes, yes, that's right. Because there's a delay, and then the sound from the delay comes through, and it's just a vicious cycle. I forget to do that all the time.
It might even work without the headphones. I don't know.
Well, we can hear you fine as long as you can hear us. So there were a bunch of questions, and where's my screen? There we go. That Michael had asked previously, and some of them Aleš handled most of them on WikiTree Plus, but some we had to jump over to BioCheck to do, and so we thought that we fumbled through and answered them, but we thought if we can get the real BioCheck queen to come and help us out. So I don't know if you want to share your screen or talk me through how you would solve these questions if we did exactly the right thing, or So the question one here was, is there a way to find all profiles of ancestors that have a particular string of text?
Yes.
And so what I had done was I just went in, and the default settings give me a number of ancestors and descendants, and then I put the text in here and click check profiles.
Correct.
Okay.
And then
okay.
results, you can click on the column header for search.
Oh, yes.
To see which ones it's found in.
Oh, okay. It's found in all. So wouldn't it always find it in all of them, or no?
No. I know. I know. On mine, I checked ancestors and searched for farmer.
Mm-hmm.
Most of mine were, but not all.
Oh.
Now, one thing I think I'd have to look at the code.
Mm-hmm.
That even though you have not clicked report all profiles, it will always report all the profiles that it finds with that string.
Okay.
So if you click report all profiles and search again,
there we go.
Somewhere it's not found.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
And then you can sort that column.
And then we can sort it. So
and you can download the CSV if you want to put it in a spreadsheet.
There we go. So, and then there it is, CSV file. So if I open that up, now if I open up, it's going to open up into somewhere else. But
I think Chrome doesn't give you an option, and it just throws you into whatever is the default.
Yeah, so it's going to open up numbers, I think, for me.
In Excel, I think CSV files are opened with Excel, but you don't have Microsoft products.
No, so there we go. Yeah, there it is. On numbers is the Mac spreadsheet by default. Yeah, so there it is.
Which is pretty good because I've never tested that. I have.
It works.
LibreOffice, so or Google Sheets, one or the other.
Look at that, very nice. Yeah, and there's all the URLs, the links. Very cool. Okay. Nice.
Do you have any special operators in the search query? So find all that don't have certain word in it, or something like that.
Is there? I didn't quite get the question.
Wonder, like, is there? Do you have in the find field? Can you use any Boolean logic like ands and ors or?
No, it's pretty stupid. It just takes the string. It just takes that string and searches the biography for it.
Okay.
So you can't use multiple words.
If I go farmer and Ireland, do those words have to be side by side?
I don't know. I'd have to try it.
Okay. Try it. Farmer Islands. Looks like there's none.
Probably.
No.
They have to be together, probably.
Okay.
It's not case sensitive.
Let's try Church of England. Church.
I could just go with the code.
Oh, two. But now if I look for Catholic, I'll probably get a lot more. Oh. Okay. So there we go. Now, what was the other question that we had? Oh, about the number of online searches. Is there a way to find all profiles?
You have a question to show the download again.
Oh, show the download again? Okay. It was, all you have to do is click on the download CSV, and it'll automatically save it to your computer. So in your downloads folder or wherever your default place is, it'll store it there. So you could open up that folder or in Chrome, if you just click on that, it automatically opens up the file for me. But if it doesn't, depending on how your browser works and how your desktop
That's browser dependent. The other trick with that, Greg, if you go back to your biocheck screen, change the report type. You've got a detailed report.
I do.
Go change it to profiles to report.
Oh, up there. Okay.
Yeah, go to a summary report.
Okay. Ooh.
Now do a download.
Okay.
And you'll get a different style report. You'll get these other columns in the report. And that one is the one that comes out with, it adds 3 columns so you can track if you've reviewed it. That's for if you want to share something and have many people work on that. That's how the Jetty Challenge generates their spreadsheets.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I hadn't seen that before.
The next thing you want to show, if you go back to the detailed report and scroll down, you'll see in the results. You'll see there's the column on the right is the inline ref count.
Right.
Click on that.
We can sort it. Yeah. There we go.
Sort that. If you click again, it'll sort the other direction. So you want to find people that you want to find
three or less, right?
Who has less than 3 refs.
Right. So these are the inlines, or if you just want total sources, then you just
all that really is a count of the number of different separate lines that it finds after the references tag.
Oh, okay. So the inline ref is more accurate?
Yeah. It could be, mommy told me this and I know it's true because.
That counts as one.
Now, the other thing you can do is go back to the report type again. Scroll up to the report type and click on sources.
Oh, look at that. Ooh.
That's what you'll see when you're in the browser extension and you biocheck a profile and it says it might not be a good source. The count. Oh, you went away.
Well, I went to a different profile to try and follow what you were saying, but no. Go ahead. Keep on going.
The count is the source count. So, excuse me, count of 0.
Yeah.
That is not a source.
Because it was just through the import.
It's just the acknowledgement of JetCom that it came in. So Grandma told me it's going to be a count 0.
Count 0, Grandma told me, yeah.
Ancestry.com by itself is going to be a count 0. And there's an option for reliable sources required. And when you have when you check that, it treats the profile like it's pre-1700. Okay. And it says tree is not a reliable source.
Oh, here's another 0, family records. Uh-oh, that's mine. Oops. First,
so I know your hour's almost up. I could run you through a whole bunch of other options.
Okay. Well, maybe we need to add an Ask Kay option to the LiveCast as our next time.
Yeah, because basically we just went through the report types.
Yeah.
And you're checking profiles that are related to the profile ID you put in.
Right. So we've answered the questions that were asked specifically here, but I know that there'll be a lot more that people will want to ask. And there's a lot more to the BioCheck app, obviously, that we haven't got to. So yeah, so let's just leave this with a teaser for more goodness to come. If you're okay with that, Kay?
Sure, I'm fine with that.
I know. So let's see. Any other? So we showed the lot, and you answered the question: is it case sensitive? And it's not case sensitive.
It's not.
It's not. Yeah, and so many options. You're right, Yoke. There's so many options there. So we do need to devote some more time to this. Okay.
One of my favorites is random.
Oh, it's just generate a random. Yeah,
it generates random numbers and it goes out and gets profiles. That's how I'm going to find stuff for Sourceathon.
That's perfect. That's great. Aleš, before we sign off, do you want you want to share what new you've added?
Well, okay. I was just looking into that. So since September, I think this one was already covered. So okay, I fixed the bug with the relation search in maps that didn't show, but now that's okay. It's just technical background, so it's not really that important as long as it works. And I introduced ranks to the search results. These are actually I mean, we are working a lot of on Google, what to publish on Google and so on. So this ranking that are introduced was to calculate, to estimate how good a profile is in Google size, because Google looks at each profile and then decides if it's of interest to other people and so on. And usually better profiles are then indexed by Google, and if there is no actual value on a profile, if Google decides that there is no actual value on a profile, it doesn't. So
interesting.
In that to do that, we introduced something like ranking. So we we estimate for each profile how good it is in Google's points, in Google's eyes. So, and here are, so now for to make it easy for us, for the team to review the results, I added it simply to WikiTree Plus, but also other users can have a look at it. So, and see if it fits the estimate or not.
Okay.
So here are various components for the calculation of the results and the total ranked. You can also, and now at the last week, I added also a possibility. So you can first option is that you can sort the search results by rank.
Oh,
so you will get good profiles at the beginning. And the bad profiles or profiles that need work at the end.
Okay. Okay. So I wonder. Okay, that's
okay. Private profiles are automatically bumped down to the end because
yes,
a lot of data is hidden and so on.
Right.
But here are some of the in our eyes not so good profiles. So
to be added.
I mean, there's nothing for Google here except the location and so on. So
yeah, that's
now as an last week I also added the possibility to group the search results by rank. So you have 400 profiles
so
ranked 10.
Is 10 the top? 10 the top?
Yeah, 10 is are good profiles. So,
okay. And so Yoke's question was, so what was the maximum? So that was 10. And she said, what's the minimum rank we should strive for? So, okay.
Well, it's not decided yet, but I guess rank up to 3 will be excluded from Google indexing.
That makes sense.
That's approximately, so that's 1 million
Yeah.
profiles at the, I mean, each rank
Those
is
are my D-
now, no, that's 10 million profiles. So these ranks are actually not static, they are dynamic. So
Oh.
so all public,
Mhm.
open and private profiles of users, of WikiTree users. That's approximately 35 millions of that are split into the 10 groups. The rank 0 is for private profiles.
Okay.
So each group has approximately 3 million profiles in it. Now, first step will be to remove the 3 million profiles here.
Right.
And we'll make additional effort to improve the indexing of the top 1 or 2 group to actually get those on Google.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
So that was the reasoning behind it. And now you can estimate if that fits your idea of a good profile and complain if it doesn't. I mean, we are still. This is still in early development. We are just this week. I added presence of images to the count. So we will probably add other metrics in the time to come.
Right. Great. Well,
so that's new on WikiTree.
That's what's new on WikiTree. Excellent. Great. That's very cool, that feature. So we'll have to check that out. Should we leave it there, or do you have something else you'd wanted to share?
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us. Okay. At the last minute there. And so we'll definitely have you back another time where we can give you more airtime, and we'll put in the G2G post that you're coming as a special guest so that we can get some really juicy WikiTree Plus and biocheck questions.
And time to get my first cup of coffee first.
And time to get, yeah, that's right. That was I probably woke G up or K up with a little ping, saying, "Can you come join us?" that really wasn't fair, but we really appreciate you joining us, and we're also looking forward to Hacktoberfest and whatever cool things that. Do you want to say what you're planning on working on for Hacktoberfest?
I'm not really doing much. I'm kind of looking in the background. I've been trying to help Aleš with something.
Okay.
Kind of looking in the background of what's going on, but I don't really have any big plans. I have to do what is WikiTree presentation for the Virginia Dames of the Court of Honor.
Ooh,
and they're inviting like DAR and a bunch of other organizations. So I do have that going on this month too.
Good. Well, have fun with that. Great. And thank you for everyone who's joined us today. And we will see you next month, but we'll also see you more often if you come and join us for the Hacktoberfest LiveCast, which happens tomorrow at 1 p.m. So please feel free to join us then. And lots of other things coming up. Enjoy the Sourceathon this weekend, and all the other things coming up in our future. So have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining us. See you around.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Aleš.
Bye.